This was My Stepsister, episode number 8. And one of the things that makes this show stand out amongst the others isn't a whole lot. But what is two major things. One, I think you have to give the show a heads up or a positive note on the animation. Regardless if there's a lot of things happening or not, I think the animation is just top notch. I think the very fine care into the details is always appreciated. Maybe you're not like a feet connoisseur person or whatever, but regardless, the animation style, the artisticness that they put into each toenail and everything else is just really, really commendable. And really, the artistic tone of the whole show is just really, really great. And it does really great to also capture artistically, animation-wise, the ambiance of what's going on in the show. Now, that'll lead me into my second point, which is the sound and ambiance design of the show itself. At the end, I think there was, big chops there at the end where you have Saki, who earlier in the episode was listening to a cassette tape, and I was like, yo, what is this girl doing with the cassette tape? Like, this is, even 20 years ago, you would have had a CD, but it's like, okay, she has a cassette tape, and come to find out that at the end of the episode, she was actually listening to 𝐜𝐴's and his dad's old beach visit, old tape visits where they were recording their sound and stuff, or his dad was recording the sound and stuff. And in that tape, you had 𝐜𝐴 and 𝐜𝐴's dad speaking to each other and stuff, and 𝐜𝐴 asking for his mother and, where's mom and blah, 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 blah. And that was a really cool, touching scene. I love that his dad has kind of always really been there for 𝐜𝐴, like basically like a dad's dad. Like you just kind of love to see, as a parent, you love to see other parents kind of like really like fulfilling and like really maximizing that role, no matter what ended up becoming of his dad specifically, in his love life and stuff like that. He always put 𝐜𝐴 first, and it's like you really love to see that. And I find it interesting, the tone, the tonality that was being set by Saki listening to that. Now, there's a couple of paths that goes down. One, it's a path of depression, and very sad that, she didn't get to live some similar experiences when she was young, maybe with her mother, that she would have liked to. The other second experience is just, her getting closer to 𝐜𝐴 as their relationship kind of grows and blooms. Kind of is a little unhealthy in a way, actually. And then kind of like that third, I guess the third level is just trying to understand them better and just, trying to find background noise and stuff. That one is the most tame out of them, but I just don't know how healthy it is to be listening to that kind of stuff. Regardless, I do think it's really, really cute. And if she was more of a true love interest, not my mom married his dad and we're a family now type deal, I think it would be a little cuter and maybe a little less, distasteful, but regardless, it is what it is. But, that's kind of what we had going on here. The rest of the episode was really just 𝐜𝐴 trying to get closer to Saki and was really trying to get him to peel her back and to try and get her to admit to herself that she wants to go and hang out at the pool with her friends. And they really made the pool this big spectacle thing. They made it like this. They kind of put the pool on a pedestal kind of thing. And I get it, because of the life that she's had to live with her mom, she's had to sacrifice a lot of her wants as she kind of puts her goals in front of her. And sometimes she just doesn't live in the moment. And I do like how 𝐜𝐴 was really just the whole episode, he was really trying to nail through of you need to live in the moment. You need to rest. You need to relax. You need to stop being so serious. It's bad for your health. It's bad for your mental well-being. You need to be able to live with your friends a little bit. You need to be able to say if there's something you want to do, that you want to do it. If there's something you don't want to do, you don't want to do it. But you have to be genuine to yourself. So I like the whole episode is really just kind of peeling back Saki's layers as 𝐜𝐴 was just not giving up, and he was able to finally get through to her. And I loved being able to see that he was able to get through to her as well. Now the icky sticky point to that is, as he's doing that, he is by happenstance getting closer to her on an emotional level, and the risk portion of that is romance. Whether it is intended or unintended, that is really the outcome. Is they're just getting really close to each other, and eventually there's going to be a need there of dependency. And dependency gets a bad rap, especially if you watch Origaru. It gets a bad rap, but a lot of times being dependent on somebody, that's what you want in a relationship. You want to be dependent on each other. But I would prefer if it was anybody else besides their step siblings. But anyways, Days with My Stepsister, episode number 8, 9, whatever this was, number 8. This was a good episode. It was just one of those things to where they're just getting closer to each other. And Saki's being more forthcoming with her feelings. She even talked about being jealous of his coworker and if they're dating. And she's really just putting the energy out there. And Yuuta just allowing it to happen. I'm glad that she can put it out there and she trusts him for that. But the downside of that is, well, what happens with that information? So anyways, Days with My Stepsister, though, episode number 8. I thought this was a good episode. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the pool episode in episode number 9. Hopefully we actually get the full pool episode next week. All right, my friends, I'll see you then. Peace.